Hello guys, welcome back again to our YouTube channel. Watch me transform this beautiful model into an Igbo bride. If you're interested in seeing this video, you better keep watching. Okay, if this is your first time of coming across this channel, you're very much welcome. Okay, and if you want to keep seeing more of our videos, click the subscribe button and turn on the post notification. All right, so you guys, without further ado, let us dive into the video. And I promise you guys, it's going to be beginner friendly, especially for first timers or people who are new into makeup. Okay, so this is like a very beginner friendly tutorial. All right, so I'm going to start off by cleaning my client or model face. You have to clean the face thoroughly with a wipe and a micellar water, just as seen. Okay, and this is to remove all those natural oil and dirt sitting on the face, because you wouldn't want to work on a face that is not properly clean. All right, so after that, I'm going to go into applying my moisturizers and skin prep products on the face. Okay, so I'm going to take my time and do that. I think right now I'm applying some primers on the T-zone area. The T-zone area is the eyebrows and the bridge of the nose, those areas that tends to be most oily. Do you understand? So I'm going to make sure that I apply enough primer on those areas to keep it matte for the whole day. So I think that was the what's it called, that was the moisturizers I used. And now I'm trying to apply the vitamin C from Diasa under her eye. Okay, under her eyes, because I mean the under of the eye is, you know, one of the parts that needs proper moisturizing. So I'm trying to focus on that on the eyes area, and now I'm trying to use my hands to massage the primer into the face. Okay, massage the primer properly into the face to make sure that it absorbs it. Now guys, this is another technique I use most especially for brides. If I want a longer lasting makeup, I usually set the T-zone areas with a setting powder. Okay, so you just take a little of your pressed powder and apply it on the T-zone area, the brows area, and the bridge of the nose. Okay, so this my client has a very oily skin, so I have to make sure that the makeup stays in place and do everything possible to minimize excess oil. All right, so that is the technique I actually use. And right now I'm applying the foundation. I mixed Nuban Beauty and Zikel Even True foundation to give me this shade. So I'm using my foundation brush right now to blend that in. This foundation brush is from Vika Bell set, please guys, I'm sorry. So now I'm trying to gently blend everything into the skin. You have to take it section by section. You guys, I don't advise you to do this if your foundation is super matte. If you have a super matte foundation, I would advise you to apply it section by section. When you blend out a section, then you apply to the other to avoid it drying up on the client or model's skin. Okay, so I'm still going ahead to blend everything properly, because you need, I mean, you need to blend your skin work. The base has to be smooth enough, it has to be flawless enough. So take your time, do not rush. Okay, just blend it step by step. So right now I'm using the Zikel in the shade, I don't know the shade, but I'm trying to use it to contour. Guys, when you are doing a contouring, you have to use a darker shade of foundation or concealer for contouring. Okay, the concept of highlighting and contour is something I'm going to talk about later in the channel. I'm going to be explaining it properly, but for now guys, after your foundation you have to do a contouring, and this basically helps to give your face a chiseled and defined look. Okay, so go around the shape of the head, coming down to the cheekbone to slim it down. Now I went into Tahila blush palette to enhance the cheekbone. Okay, so gently blend it in with your foundation, with your beauty sponge. Okay, a light dabbing, you don't have to press too much. Okay, so just do that gently until everything is well blended into the skin. So next up, I'm going to use the Elegant Pro Concealer and Nuban Beauty. I'm going to put the shades in the description bar below. So I applied this concealer under her eyes, the bridge of the nose, and the jaw line. Okay, now highlighting is just like a reverse of contouring, where you use a lighter shade to throw more lights on some specific parts of the face. Okay, now for you to highlight the face, you have to go under the eyes, the bridge of the nose, and all of that. And after that, you're going to go into your beauty sponge to blend that in, concentrating on that spot. You guys, when you're using your highlighting, okay, you have to concentrate on that particular spot. Don't put the concealer all over the whole face, you're going to mess it up. So concentrate on the under eye, concentrate on the bridge of the nose until everything is perfectly blended, and make sure that you blend very well to avoid harsh lines and, you know, demarcations. Okay, blend out the edges of where the highlighting stopped. I hope it makes sense. Okay, so that, you know, we won't be seeing where the highlighting stopped and where the concealer stopped. So right now I'm trying to contour the nose. You're still going to go ahead and use the same shade you use to contour her face, and then sculpt out the nose. And after that, you're going to get a very soft brush to blend that in. Okay, a brush that is very soft and precise. When you're blending in your nose contouring, you have to focus properly. Focus your brush on the exact part of the nose, okay, and blend in properly. You don't want, you know, to have the lines of contouring showing and that of highlighting, you know, showing so bad. So you have to make sure that everything is as natural as possible, as seamless as possible. So right now I went to the Milani finishing powder to set her under eyes first. So you guys, you have to set the under eyes that you highlighted with a press powder. So you can actually use your powder palette if you have a good one. Okay, so we're going to use that and set the under eyes, set the bridge of the nose, all those areas that you highlighted. That is what you're going to set with the press powder. So next up, I'm going to take a very precise fluffy brush to further enhance my contour lines. Okay, you guys, one rule in makeup, whatever you apply wet, you have to set it with a powder. Okay, so we've done the wet contouring previously. Now I'm just setting every wet application with a dry powder. So make sure you use the exact shade that you used in contouring the nose initially to set it. Okay, and when you are doing that, make sure you're going in as much as possible to blend out and, you know, eliminate harsh lines. I'm also setting the highlighted area on the bridge of the nose with a lighter shade of powder. You're also going to use the exact shade of powder to set the rest of the face. Okay, set the rest of the face, both the contoured area and except the under eyes. Okay, so use the exact powder shade for the rest of the face. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and do like a contouring or bronzing, rather. Whatever we did wet with the foundation, we're going to do dry with our powder to keep it in place. Okay, I'm enhancing my contouring from the cheekbone to the perimeters of the face. So I'm going to go ahead and set with my setting powder now. Okay, so guys, you can go ahead and set directly with the setting powder after highlighting, but I love to go in with my finishing powder first, okay, to create like a smooth base before going on with the setting powder. It gives me a different kind of smooth finishing. So just take a little bit of setting powder and press it over the highlighted areas, the under of the eyes, the bridge of the nose, you know, and all of that. Do not take too much. Okay, we are still going to bake the face later, but setting is different from baking. When you set, use a little amount of powder. Okay, now I'm trying to snatch the nose. I'm trying to do like a reverse contour on the nose to give it a more chiseled look and, you know, a slimmer effect. So I'm still going to do the same thing, use a setting powder on the bridge of the nose and enhance it properly with my brush, and now for the sides of the face I'm doing the reverse contour, and this actually helps to slim down the cheekbones. Okay, it helps to give it a slimmer look. It helps to chisel out the face. So next up is the Bromatic by Damel Brow Tamer. I'm going to use it with my spoolie to keep the hairs in place, okay, before outlining my brows. Guys, I'm sorry for the noise at the background, okay. I'm actually in a very busy environment right now, so I'm sorry, ignore any background noises or whatsoever. So after brushing up the brow hairs, I'll go ahead and set the brows with a powder, or you can use a setting powder, anyone, okay. Now this is to avoid the oil and from the brow tamer, and keep the brows matte for the outlining process. So you guys, I did this brows off camera. I'm going to upload another brows tutorial, probably this one, okay, or another one on a full detailed brow tutorial. All right, so we're going to skip that brow process and go into eyeshadow. Okay, so as you can see, I'm already trying to create my base with a concealer. Make sure you have a base before putting on an eyeshadow, okay. You can use eyeshadow base. I have different types out there in the market, or you can use your concealer as an eyeshadow base, whichever that works for you. So after properly blending in the concealer or the eyeshadow base you've used, I'm going to go into my eyeshadow palette from African Queen eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to pick this dark brown shade and put exactly on the lid. You guys, you need a very small brush for the eyeshadow work, and a soft one as well, okay. A brush that is precise, that can you can work with and through the corners of your eyes and all of that. So I'm blending in this shade, this brown color. So I'm blending in this brown color from the African Queen palette directly on my lid, okay. So right now I think I'm trying to create like a transition using a lighter brown, okay, and a lighter brown mixed with like an orange color to give me that transition, okay. So you guys, you have to do a transition for your eyeshadow whenever you apply a base. Always make sure that you do a transition, okay, so that it doesn't just look as if your eyeshadow is there, it's just sitting there. So as you can see, I'm trying to bake her face now, and as well create like a base for the glittery eyes that we're creating, okay, because I'm about to put glitters on her eyes and it will be falling on her skin, okay. Now this setting powder is going to serve as a base for the glitters to fall on, and it will be very easy for you to dust out when you are done. Right now I'm applying the glitter glue directly on her lid, okay. So right now I'm going to pick my shimmers from my palette and place it directly on the lid. You guys, I find it very easy to work with I find it very easy to work with the tip of my fingers for my glitters. They give me a more smooth blendable base, okay. So you can use your flat brush as well, but I prefer to use my fingers. Now this is a glitter from Avo Cosmetics. I'm going to pick it and place on the lid, okay. Now I'm not going to apply another glitter glue. I'm just going to place it on the lid without another glitter glue. Now I took another shade from Avo. This is like a gold glitter to give it a pop at the center of the lid. So I went ahead to deepen the crease. I used a darker shade, like I used the black shade to deepen the crease because it was not giving me the intensity I wanted. So I went ahead to use like a dark shade from the African palette, just as seen, okay, to give me that deep shade that I was looking for. And you're going to need a very small brush, a crease brush for this, a brush that can fit into the crease and be easy for you to walk around with. So make sure that you blend everything properly. Make sure that you avoid harsh lines by all means. Whatever shade you put on the lid, make sure you blend and blend and blend until everything sinks in properly, okay? So right now I'm using my stick liner for her lash lines, okay? So I'm going to take it gently on the lash lines, okay? And then smoke out her waterline as well. My model has a really teary eyes, okay? So you have to be careful when you are doing the waterline. So right now I'm done with the eyes and I'm dusting out the bakings. When you are doing this, you have to do it carefully. Press and sweep to avoid having lines all over the face, okay? So next up is the lips. I applied a lip moisturizer and now I'm outlining the upper part of the lips, okay? Guys, I'm so sorry about my head. I didn't realize it was blocking the camera. I mean, I did that a lot in this video and I'm so sorry about that, okay? So the lip palette I used was from iMagic, and now for the middle part of the lips I mixed an orange with a pinky shade, okay? Now you apply it to the middle part of the lips because we're trying to go for an ombre lips. So you make sure you use a very soft brush to blend properly. Then you ask her to smack, okay, until everything is properly blended. I went ahead to apply a gloss on the lips because I love glossy lips. So right now I'm trying to dust off the setting powder and then give the face like a finishing touches. Then now is the setting spray, finishing spray from Ferrarucci. And I went ahead to enhance the blush using my Tequila palette. This palette is so lovely. I love the highlighter shade in it. And now I'm highlighting the highest point of her face, her cheekbones, with her exact shade of highlighter, and then the tip of her nose and the bridge of her nose to give her that pop, okay? And you guys, that is it, okay? Now I went ahead to do her gilly, okay, off camera, and we're finally here, okay? You guys, this is so lovely. The model is giving, the skin is giving, the gilly is giving, everything is on fleek. So lovely and beautiful, you guys. So guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you do, please like, subscribe, share to family and friends, okay? Thanks all for staying tuned till now. I love you guys so much. Like, come your way again. Bye. Kisses.